Hello everyone, this is Abir and I have today with me Yunette, my colleague at Digital of Things. We're going to be discussing today UX, sustainability, and I don't know, some studies suggest that online shops would be more sustainable than having a brick and mortar shop that is actually there. What is your input on that?
So yes, when it comes to a digital carbon footprint and like I said, sustainable UX, comparing how brick and mortar is with the e-commerce platform, I would say yes, definitely digital is still a little bit more eco-friendly. Mm-hmm. However, when digital is growing, the internet usage is growing, the amount of people using the internet is just going more and more. The amount of devices being connected is very high, and shopping increases a lot, and everything is going online, which is it's a good thing. We are adapting to this digital environment and on the forefront of digital. However, there are a few companies that are actually starting to look at their digital impact on the environment. Mm-hmm. And just thinking about the amount of people, the amount of devices that has all access to the internet. When you think about the internet, and it is basically the biggest machine built for people to access it. And if you think it's more than 5 billion people that just access the internet, and it's twice or triple that amount with devices. And when we do look at something like Amazon, for example, just thinking of these multiple people accessing something as big as Amazon, and we all shop online, and the amount of devices we use to access this. If you look at, for example, 10,000 pages being viewed, I mean, that can burn quite quickly based on the amount of users that access it.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's quite a lot.
So just looking at 10,000 pages, but just viewing those kind of amount of pages, 10,000 pages produces more than 200 kilograms of CO2. And to put that into perspective, this is basically boiling 30,000 cups of coffee or tea for someone. I mean,
that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
And also, if you want to convert the amount of electricity gathered by 10,000 pages, you can drive an electric car for 3,000 kilometers. So this is some of the methods that people started using just to see what is the impact of your digital platform. So comparing that with your brick and mortar, yes, okay, that has a bigger impact on the environment. But then now you have the digital on top of that.
Yes.
So I mean, there are with online shopping, you still have some kind of warehouse where you host these products and where you get these kinds of things. So I would say sustainability within the environment is a very complex topic to touch on, and we can talk for hours on how to improve it. But from a UX perspective, I think firstly we can just look at your page and how its performance.
Exactly. So if I want to take more of an example, let's say somebody wants to go and purchase something from any e-commerce website. There's a certain steps in the journey involved. If they want to know more information, some websites you need to click, which lands you on another separate page. Do you think all that is adding up? There's small things maybe that we could do that would, maybe if we shorten the journey, would it be more sustainable or efficient in helping out?
Definitely. I mean, one of the key things that we look at, and there are websites called like the website Carbon Calculator, just to kind of give you an indication how much CO2 your website produces. And it does have some tips. And one of the key things there is first off, just look at your performance and efficiency on this page. And that kind of goes hand in hand with the users. Users doesn't want to sit and wait for a page to load. I think the key thing is they will wait up to 3 seconds for a page to load. So if you make your page as efficient and less data possible, it will increase the user's experience, as well as it will have a better impact on the environment. So basically, if you have a page that has more compressed images, you kind of looked at the eco-friendly or less data fonts that's being used, don't have too much media playing. There's a lot of like tick boxes that you can use to just see how you can reduce your page performance. So basically, the key goal just is to have, when you do load this page, it uses less data, which then goes to producing less energy, and in the end, it's less fossils being burned. Yeah. On the other side, another thing that you can look at with your website is, where is it hosted? You know, going back and just looking at the internet infrastructure and just having an understanding and sort of being educated on how all of this works and how it can have an impact on the environment. So just hosting your website with a more clean and green energy company will already have a better impact for the environment, because where it's hosted, as well as because this all has an impact on sending the data back to a server and then loading this page back and forth. That all is using renewable energy in a sense. So one of the big companies that is focusing on this right now is Google. And they've actually been focusing on it since 2007. So in 2007, Google has become carbon neutral. And then in 2017, they said that their servers and their services to their customers are all renewable powered. It's not 100% yet, as it's mostly through the daytime, and then the evenings they sometimes do use battery, but their key goal is by 2030 that they will be completely carbon-free energy for everyone. So it just shows you that they are thinking of this and know that, I mean, everyone Googles everything. So they are one of the key people that is having a digital impact on the environment. So it's nice that companies like these are actually the forefronters and they're putting some concrete things in steps. And then I would say the last thing to actually look at is, from a UX perspective and with you and your team, just find green opportunities within your product design. See how you can implement sustainable UX within the design thinking process. You know, there are some companies that is even like, when you make use of our services or when you host with us, we will plant a tree for you. And in a sense, that kind of balances out we are having a digital impact on the environment, but we're also planting trees again to kind of balance it out. Yeah, that's just an example.
This is really insightful. It has been a very useful session, I'd say. Please feel free to leave us any comment or questions more about this topic. Just let us know your thoughts, and stay tuned, much more is coming. Thank you.